A new report says Christian persecution is a growing problem around the globe, affecting hundreds of millions of people. According to the latest report from Open Doors, an organization that documents abuses against Christians across the globe, 260 million Christians face persecution worldwide. That is up 6% from last year. The report puts North Korea first on its list of the 50 most dangerous countries in which to be a Christian. It is a designation the country has received in the past. And joining me now with his analysis is Jeremy Barker, Director of the Middle East Action Team at the Religious Freedom Institute. Jeremy, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on again, Tracy.
Yeah, thank you. So the news about North Korea, that's not necessarily surprising for any of us, but what's your reaction to this report overall, too?
Yeah, for North Korea to be topping the list again for the 18th year is not surprising given how the state seeks to control really all of life there. But this report, it really is important because they combine their on-the-ground reporting with cross-checked information by researchers and experts like colleagues at the Religious Freedom Institute. And so it gives us these in-depth country profiles, but also major trends of what's going on with persecution around the globe.
Yeah. I also want to turn to China. The country's moving up on the list of dangerous places for Christians. How's the government there responsible and playing a role in that persecution?
Yeah, I mean, really, China's laying out a blueprint for global repression. What they're doing, it's tantamount to a new cultural revolution where you have this combination of emerging technology, AI, being used for state surveillance and this enforcement of really the government as God. And if we want to see where this may be going for Christians, we only have to look at what's happening to their Uyghur Muslim community, where you have upwards of 1 million people in re-education camps because the government views their religious beliefs as a security threat. So this is a major issue in China, but we're seeing these trends being exported across the globe to other authoritarian regimes, and it really is concerning.
Yeah, and let's look at the Middle East too right now. What impact are the conflicts there having on Christians and other religious minorities?
Yeah, and in a place like Iraq or Syria where you've had conflict going on over the last number of years, communities like the Christians in Iraq, even the Yazidi minority, they really are on the edge of extinction in countries that have been their homelands for 2,000 plus years. There is maybe a glimmer of hope in the protest movements that are happening in Lebanon, in Iraq, even in Iran, where they're really pushing against sectarian policies that have been the heart of persecution. So even with the uptick in violence in the US and Iran, tensions in the region, there's this sign of potential hope that could be good news for Christians, but what direction that goes still remains to be seen.
All right, Jeremy, quickly, before I let you go, what role does the U.S. government play and can or should play in improving conditions for Christians globally?
Yeah, well, the U.S. has been leading on this. Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom, Sam Brownback, has been great on this issue, but it has to be more than just his office. Some officials are seeing this at the launch of the report. Assistant Secretary for Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor, Bob Destro, said that really he sees religious freedom as part of almost every issue that crosses his desk. But there is more we can do. Just two quick examples on China. The president just signed phase 1 of a major trade agreement with China. Religious freedom, human rights, progress on those issues has to be part of the implementation and future phases of that agreement, not just for the government, but even businesses working in China. They can do much more to leverage their influence on these issues. And then globally, the U.S. can do more to elevate the priority of religious freedom that will impact our diplomacy, our security, but really our humanitarian assistance. So USAID, led by Administrator Mark Green, they've seen this kind of in an ad hoc way with their assistance to Christians. That needs to inform our foreign assistance policy across the globe. So I hope to see the U.S. government doing more on these issues.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it. Thank you, Jeremy Barker, Director of the Middle East Action Team at the Religious Freedom Institute. Thanks again. Appreciate that.